Hi guys, Mike here. Hope you're doing well. Me and the boys went to go and see Scary Movie at the weekend, and yeah, I have got some thoughts. I am a fan of the Scary Movie franchise, particularly the first two, because those are the two that the Wayans brothers did, and then you've got three and four, which were like the David Zucker area, which I still enjoy those movies. I'm not as good as the first two, but yeah, I still have fun with them. And then you have whatever the fuck Scary Movie 5 was supposed to be. I think I've only ever seen it like once, and that was when it came out in the cinema. And when they announced this movie, Scary Movie 6, or it's just called Scary Movie, where we're bringing back Anna Faris, Regina Hall, and the Wayans brothers, I was like, yes, I'm absolutely on board for that. And the fact that they also advertise is every line will be crossed. We're going to offend everyone. Comedy is coming back. I was like, yes, 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 let's go. And then I saw the film. And I'm going to get this right out of the way, guys. I was bitterly disappointed. I was expecting to laugh a hell of a lot more than I did. I wish I could have turned on the press record and been like, "Yep, this is the comedy of the summer, comedy of the year. Everyone should go and see it." But unfortunately, that's not the case. Anyway, let's get into it. I don't even want to. I was about to say what the plot of this movie was. There wasn't really a plot. It just feels like a series of skits at this point. But hey, let's get into what I did actually like about this movie. So, what did I like about this movie? I appreciate the fact they got the old gang back together. There's even a scene where they basically go, "Oh my God, Cindy! Oh my God, Shorty!" And they're hugging each other and they're making references to the first two movies. I was like, there was something like quite sweet about that. It was like, oh man, the old gang's back together. That's lovely. So yeah, that bit was nice. It's great to see Anna Faris. I absolutely adore her. I think she's got to be one of the most underrated comedy actresses out there. There was a point, I think, in like the 2000s where they were really trying to push her, and it kind of felt like she kind of, when the 2010s came along, it felt like she kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, sort of like, or she was kind of definitely more kind of background, which is a shame because I think she's hilarious. Marlon Wayans as Shorty, he just slides back into that role with such ease. I mean, he hasn't played this character for like 20 odd years. The fact that he slides back into it like he was doing it yesterday, it's great. Great to see him back as well. Now, there was one scene in this film that I genuinely was laughing, and not to spoil it, but there is a scene where they parody The Substance, the movie with Demi Moore. And that was the one scene where I was genuinely laughing. I was just like, yep, I like that. That's funny. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's it for my positives, guys. And now getting on to the negatives, and the biggest one for me is that I just didn't find the film that funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't go into this expecting like quality, like high class humor or that clever jokes. I just kind of thought, yeah, it's going to be very sort of lowbrow style humor. But even I was kind of going, Jesus, guys, at least try a little bit. I mean, if you're going to say every line will be crossed and everyone will be offended, go for it. But I came away from this movie going, is that the best you got? I mean, I'm not someone who's easily offended, but I came away going, what, is that it? Is that all you're going to do? I mean, honestly, if you're going to promise things, deliver on them. I mean, I just kind of sat there going, there is a joke in The Naked Gun, which came out last year, right? The one with Liam Neeson. They do an O.J. Simpson joke in that movie. And that one joke was much edgier than anything in this movie. It's just like, oh man. It's such a shame because I was really, really looking forward to this movie. And the fact, we kind of went with, there was a packed house, sort of like it was completely full. And there were places where people were laughing and I was sort of like chuckling along, but it was kind of like, because you get a bigger reaction from the audience, you kind of feel almost compelled to sort of like laugh harder. So I was kind of going, you know, that kind of thing. But I was like, I don't find it that funny. Sorry. Um, but yeah, I mean, I was expecting so much. I mean, the fact that they were bringing back the original cast, you know, and they were going, it almost felt like, you're right, we're going back to the same style of like the first two movies. But man, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This one did bitterly disappoint me. And I spoke to the guys afterwards, and they were laughing as well, you know, sort of like at the same bits I was. But even they were kind of like, yeah, yeah, I wish it was better. I wanted to love this film, and I came out kind of going, man, that's a shame. I mean, honestly, the whole thing about, you know, we're going to offend everyone. I mean, it's like, but it's just like, they just use like buzzwords. They talk about like pronouns and mansplaining and toxic masculinity and the manosphere and all these other things. And I'm like, just because you've said those words doesn't mean that you've crossed the line. It just means that you haven't like gone into it. Just saying the buzzword doesn't mean that you've made the social commentary. They even make like a social commentary about like, you know, the Elon Musk Nazi salute, you know, and they have a dig at like, you know, Trump and, you know, the typical sort of stuff that you expect them to do. But you just felt like you could have just pushed it further. I mean, just saying, you know, toxic masculinity and not really going into it, or just like there's even a point where, you know, Ghostface says, you know, I think he says something like, I blame the manosphere, and they just don't really do anything else with it. It's like, yeah, you haven't really, you haven't really gone into the whole social commentary of it. You've just said it. But yeah, man. So yeah, just to wrap this up, because this is a very difficult film to review, because it's not just, I mean, all films are subjective, but with a comedy movie, particularly this kind of parody style comedy, it's even more subjective, because now it's not just about your movie taste, it's about your sense of humor. And this one just didn't land for me. I don't know, it's just, but don't get me wrong, I have seen people online who absolutely say this is the return to form that they wanted for the Scary Movie franchise, and they're really enjoying it. So, hey, maybe I'm in the minority, who knows? So, yeah, to give it its rating, I'm going to say it's a time waster. I'm not going to go as far as to say it's one of the worst films I've seen this year, but it's just like, if you got an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, you're passing by the cinema, yeah, give it a watch. Again, as I said, maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe your sense of humor is different to mine. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking to someone who was a fan of the first two movies, but at least the first two movies were clever and actually had some real kind of some commentary going on there, whereas this one just felt a little bit lazy, just like, oh yeah, let's just throw buzzwords in and see what the reaction is. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, time waster. That's my rating for this movie. I also want to go on just a little side rant here. So this is the movie review bit done. I want to go on a bit of a side rant. What is it about people? Now, I experienced this when we went to go and see the cinema. So we were sitting there and it was fully packed, but there were 4 empty seats next to Matt. And we were like, oh. And I looked on the thing and it was like, oh no, they're booked. So, I don't know, maybe they just didn't turn up. Maybe they're not going to turn up. I don't know. So, when you go and see a film, let's be honest, if the film starts at 6, it says on the thing, oh, starts at 6. Doesn't mean the film starts at 6. It means the adverts and trailers will start at 6, and the film will probably start 15, 20 minutes later. So by the time the film actually starts, it's like 20 past 6. So we had this. So our film said 6:15. So you sit there for 15, 20 minutes waiting for the adverts and the trailers to finish, and then it's like gone 6:30. Now the film starts. What is it with these people? And they do, some of them do this on purpose. Some of them are late, I get that. Some of them are running late. But some people do this on purpose, where they purposely don't come on time because they don't want to sit through adverts or trailers. They just want to watch the film. And I get that. But we sat there as the film started, and these 4 guys came in, and they weren't being quiet about it. They were talking quite loudly. They had their fucking phone flashlight out so they could see the seats, and they were going, oh, where are we sitting? Oh, we're sitting there, we're sitting there. And I'm like, guys, I'm trying to watch the fucking film here. Can't you just come on time? And again, I get that people do it because they don't want to sit through adverts and trailers. But I will say this to those people. Take into consideration the amount of disturbance that you are causing by coming in late. If you are going to do that, come in quietly and find your seat and sit down. Don't start coming in making noise. I mean, people like flashing their flashlight on their phone all over the place because they can't read the fucking seat numbers. And I'm just like, this is why you should come earlier, so you don't have to deal with all this. It's just like... Anyway, sorry, that was a side rant. We went off on one there. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Again, I'm not saying don't go and see this movie. Go and see it. You might laugh a hell of a lot more than I did. So yeah, all the power to you. Go for it. Thank you so much. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. And again, if there are any movie reviews you would like us to do on this channel, please let us know in the comment section below. Okay, take care, guys.